What can you give of yourself? What can you give to others? Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far they can go. T.S. Eliot wasn't writing about Angela Maxwell when he wrote those words, but he easily could have been.
All of us are more brave and stronger than I think we give ourselves credit for.
Angela has been walking around the earth for 6.5 years.
I basically let go of everything that I owned. I let go of my business. I left all my friends and family behind to do this. And in the end, strangers became friends.
And with the finish line less than 20 miles away, she's beginning to reflect on her journey.
I wanted to feel the world, not just see it.
She left Bend in May of 2014 and has seen the world. Step by step by step for the better part of a decade.
In 6.5 years, I've traversed 4 continents, a handful of islands, 13 countries.
Outfitted with a simple cart and minimal supplies, she set out hoping for an adventure and hoping to make a difference.
So I've got my down jacket, and then inside is, I've got tent and sleeping bag, food, stove, and all of that. A typical day for me is usually I wake up when the sun comes up. I'm sleeping in my tent. And then I walk with as much daylight as I possibly can. So sometimes I can cover anywhere from 15 to 25 miles in a day. My cart carries everything that I need for survival and some.
She's been raising funds for girls and women all along the way.
For my walk across the states, I've partnered with Her Future Coalition, which is a small organization that is focused on giving girls shelter and education that have been rescued from sex trafficking and gender violence.
And the answer to the cliche question, what's your why, is still coming into focus almost 7 years later.
I think it's challenging sometimes to say why we feel called to do something, but I think looking back at the experience of the walk, I understand that this has been really about understanding just how small the world really is and how connected we truly are.
Mile after mile after mile, Angela presses on.
You never know what miracle lies around the corner.
No amount of fear or discomfort can stop her.
I wasn't going to let fear stop me from doing this adventure. I specifically don't look at terrain when I'm walking because there's a saying that if you know there's a mountain to climb, you start climbing it before you even get to the bottom. I can say that when I first had this idea and I started, I think I was definitely seeking an adventure. I wanted to kind of dive into the world in a different way, kind of a vulnerable way.
So what can you give of yourself? What can you give to others? It's more than you think.
What I would hope would be a takeaway from this is that courage is a choice. A courage to change something in your life or to be fully who you are, embracing everything about yourself and what you want to do and who you want to be. And we can choose that. It is not something that is outside of us. We can choose courage.
In Bend, Lindstrom, Central Oregon Daily News.